Hello lovelies, how you all doing today? So you want to learn how to crochet. Well, here are 10 essential tools that I think all beginners need to have. Hi, so my name is Hunter and I started Make Crochets for crafters like you who really want a great place to go for resources to learn new crafts, and my craft in particular is crochet. So before I get to the 10 essential tools for crochet, I want to address the number one obvious crochet tool, and that is yarn. I'm not going to discuss yarn at all in this video today. However, if you would like me to go over sizes of yarn, how to organize yarn, even what all of these awful looking hieroglyphics are on yarn labels, just let me know in the comments down below and that could be a possible future video. Alright, so let's get into it. So number one, crochet hooks. This is also kind of a given like yarn, but I wanted to talk about my favorite brand of crochet hook, and that is the classic boy crochet aluminum hooks. They honestly really last forever. I have a lot of hand-me-downs from my grandma and my great-grandma, and the only thing I've noticed is just general wear and tear of getting scratched up and maybe having the colors scratch off a little bit. Otherwise, they have been great and they've lasted me this long. The pack in my blog and also shown here, they have a great selection of all the different types of sizes that you'd ever need for your crochet hooks. It also comes in this super nice carrying case that has all these slots for all of your crochet hooks, and you can zip it up and on the go. I actually zip mine backwards, that way I can just flip it back and forth with all my crochet hooks. One thing you will and probably have noticed with mine though is that a lot of the slots have broken on mine because I tried to stuff a lot of my hooks in one slot and ended up making it look very disheveled. Alright, so number two, scissors. Doesn't really matter what type of scissors you use. Personally, I like sewing scissors or like quilting scissors because they are a lot sharper. Any type of scissors is gonna work. I linked some scissors in my blog that I thought were super cute colors and people might enjoy. Alright, so for number three is a retractable measuring tape. You can always use a measuring tape. A lot of patterns have measurements for specific what size you need for that pattern. Like a sweater, you're gonna have small, medium, large, and you're gonna need to know your body measurements. I personally only have this retractable one, but the one that I linked in my bio comes with this retractable one plus your normal regular flexible measuring tape. And yeah, if you eventually want to go to making clothes or clothes for other people, you're definitely going to need one of these. Alright, so number four is stitch markers. So the stitch markers that I have are ones that close. These are absolutely amazing if you're new to crochet and you're not necessarily sure what stitches look like or how to count stitches. Especially to make sure that your crochet work has nice lines on the end of each row. I used to have stitch markers where they don't close very well and they would fall off a lot while I was crocheting, and I'd have to count a lot more than I should have been to see where my stitch markers were actually supposed to go. So I really recommend these ones that close. I found a great pack on Amazon that has a cute little storage container for them in a lot of different colors. They will make your life so much easier learning how to crochet. So number five, yarn needles. Yarn needles are really nice to have when sewing in ends of yarn in a crochet project. You also need a specific type of needle that is going to be able to fit the size of the yarn in the eye of the needle. Linked in my blog is a great pack, and it includes all that you'll ever need for crochet. Something that I struggled with right away with the needles that I have is that they're plastic, and that makes them really easily broken. When I first started making stuffed animals and sewing in parts like the arms of the stuffed animal, I apparently either sew super aggressive or plastic needles are just that flimsy, and I ended up snapping one of my needles in half. So I think the pack that includes the aluminum needles would be great in combating this. Alright, so number 6 is my digital row counter. I absolutely love my digital row counter. It's super easy to use and it has an adjustable band that fits nicely around your finger. When working on large projects like blankets or even stuffed animals that take a specific amount of rows going around and around and around the body of the stuffed animal, this tool is amazing for saving your time counting all the rows of your project. Especially when you're a beginner and you're not entirely sure what a crochet row looks like, this is gonna be a lifesaver for you. Alright, so number 7 is a crochet hook organizer. Or just a crochet organizer in general. So with all these new fancy tools, you're definitely going to need something to put and organize all of them in. So you're going to need a place to put your crochet hooks, your scissors, your flexible measuring tape, your stitch markers, your yarn needles, and your digital row counter. In my crochet organizer, I also have things such as stuffed animal eyeballs and buttons. Your organizer doesn't need to be specifically for crochet. Mine is not. I actually think it's a school organizer, but anything will really help, and it's great to have something to put all of your stuff in. That way you don't lose all the small things easily. On my blog, I linked a great organizer that I think would be perfect for a beginner. It's small enough that it's easy to carry around, and I think it'll fit everything. They're also super cute colors, and I think you would love it. Alright, so number 8 is a yarn ball winder. This crazy contraption is actually one of my absolute favorite things. I can try to dig up a picture of what my yarn looked like before I used this baby on it. It was insane and it was a mess. So I inherited a lot of yarn from my grandmother's, and a lot of them were partly used, so they weren't full rolls like you would normally see at the store. The yarn ball winder gave me the ability to wrap up my yarn in cute little cakes that easily stack. Like, the rolls you buy at the store don't stack very easily, and they tend to fall down, and so these are great. I highly recommend getting this product if you're a crazy organizer and neat freak like I am. Alright, so number 9 is yarn storage. These are super great for holding multiple projects or multiple color yarn projects. For example, I was trying out this cute little square, seeing if I could make a pattern out of it, but wanted to try making a flower. So I have yellow, white, and purple all in this one square. And usually if you have multiple colors in one project, they get super tangled and roll all over the place, and you have a mess in your room. So this is super great in containing all of them. It also has these nice little compartments everywhere, so you can hold all of your stuff in it. And so it has these holes on the top that have the yarn come straight out of it, and it really helps in making sure none of your yarn gets tangled, or the balls don't go rolling around the room all crazy, because it also contains inside here as well. The only downside I would say to this, so you can see, you don't really know how much yarn you have until you zip this open. So you can be playing a dangerous game of yarn chicken while crocheting your project. Other than that, it is fantastic. Number 10, a project bag. This is great for road trips, just moving around your house with the current crochet project that you're working with. It has a lot of storage in it. a lot of side pockets. There's some zippers and pockets inside of it as well. Super cute colors. I usually have my current project that I'm working on in this bag, and I carry it around the house wherever I want to go crochet, and I also bring it over to friends' houses, and along with that, a lot of road trips. There have been a lot of road trips that this comes with me with my current crochet project, the yarn that I'm using with the project, and then usually my crochet organizer goes in here as well. This is the brand that I linked on my blog. I don't think this pattern is on there, but there are a lot of other patterns that are super cute and some solid colors as well. Alright, so that is all I have for you today. Just a reminder, the links to everything I showed you and discussed should be in the description below. There should only be one link. It'll go straight to my blog, and everything will be laid out for you there. So have all your tools ready to go and bought for my next upcoming video, which is going to be the basics of crochet for a beginner. And we can crochet together. Bye!